dude, this righteous view, man, it's different, man. It's provocative, man. I mean, I don't even know what that means. It gets the people going.
Look at us in regards to being valuable, mixing in a relationship with us, right? So if you can't take this kind of real talk, take your ass on. Also, a side note, when I talk, a lot of y'all believe that I speak from a space of trying to judge you, but you're the only one that's feeling judged because you know the shit that I'm saying don't make no sense, and you probably made a lot of poor choices. You're triggered and you don't have any skills to manage your emotions, so you blame me for how you're feeling, but you got yourself feeling that way because all I do is come on here and state fact, no opinion. So again, this live is for young girls that want to talk to a real bitch. They want it from a real space. So I'm going to start from the beginning, and I'm going to say again, ladies, this idea, this mentality that we've been having going on for a few decades, that the responsibility of a nigga nutting in us, the outcome of a nigga nutting in us is the responsibility of both of us equally. It's not, and it's not working. The mentality to believe that if a man sleep with you raw, right, he then is to blame for whatever goes on after that in regards to having a child or how your life looks or what you and the child suffer from. That is not reality. That is what older hoes will tell you to make you believe as a young woman that they are some type of smart person, but they're not. And if your eyes are open, you can see most of the older hoes don't know what the fuck they doing. More children than what they could financially take care of with niggas that ain't stunting them half the time, or the children, or the man doesn't have the mental capacity or the financial capacity to help them in ways that they want to be helped. And a lot of them, a good majority of them, per them admitting to me and me looking up statistics and knowing this for a fact, a lot of them knew that the guy was not interested in them or a family with them long term. He was just interested in raw sex. A lot of people look at us in regards to being valuable.
I want to say this. Number one is I apologize. I apologize for the start. And I don't really. It's like this. Today was good for me. It was good for me because sometimes you take a step back and you look at it and you think, hey, you know what? It's here, it's on, we're going to make it work. They're working hard, they're doing this, they're doing that. We're going to go out there and it's going to change right now. It will change. And I'm not trying to tell you something, guys, it's going to change. It's not like that. Okay, but I want you to understand where I'm coming from. It will change. And it will change because they wanted to change, not because of me. It will change because they want to be champions. But right now we got to figure out the formula. Our formula is this. We go out, we hit people in the mouth. Number one. Number two, we are not a charity. We cannot give them the game. That's number two. And number three is we execute from the very start of the game to the very end of the game. That did not happen. I do not apologize about, you know what? I'll go ahead and take the question. No. You don't want me to go much further. Go right ahead. Ask the question. Vernon just, it was something that I told everybody at the very beginning of the week. I will not tolerate players that think it's about them when it's about the team. And we cannot make decisions that cost the team and then come off the sideline and it's nonchalant. No. You know what? This is how I believe, okay? I'm from the old school. I believe this. I would rather play with 10 people and just get penalized all the way until we got to do something else, rather than play with 11 when I know that right now that person is not sold out to be a part of this team. It is more about them than it is about the team. Cannot play with them, cannot win with them, cannot coach with them, can't do it. I want winners. I want people that want to win.
Yes, sir. Welcome to class, gang. How y'all feeling? Salute to all the good breads. Salute to all my sisters with some sense that don't play about Mr. Goodbread. And salute to my brother, the BZ503. What's going on, my guy?
What's going on, champ?
Man, I'm chilling. I'm having a beautiful day as always. Man, let's jump right on into this motherfucking story, guys. For those of you that know and that is subscribed to the Mr. Goodbread show, y'all already saw this first part of the video, but I did it in a video form. I wasn't live. We wasn't able to chop this thing down together. So now we gonna do this thing together. We gonna do it right. Miss Bianca also did a reaction to her first video, the video we're about to get into. You know what I mean? If it were now in her first video, guys, I want you to notice how she begged for our sympathy and she played the victim, and she said she was not going to mention the person that she extracted the monster from.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Now she got a part 2 video where she's just naming names, guys. So we're going to get into it. We're going to break this thing down. Salute to y'all. Get comfortable. You know what I mean? BZ, you know how we do over here. Whenever you need me to stop and pause, just let me know.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're going to run it back. For those of you that did not watch the first video, How I Got HIV, let's get it. And pay attention, guys. We watch these videos to pay attention. You know what I mean? We don't watch them to be just looking at how she looked. Beautiful, beautiful Latin woman from New York. You know what I mean? God damn it. God damn it. So we got New York. New York.
You gotta take that L, brother. Take that L on the East Coast.
I need my niggas in New York to be head on a swivel. Don't just be jumping. Again, guys, we not responsible for their coochie. And they don't even think they're responsible for their coochie. So, bro, you better be responsible for your penis, bro. Come on. Because it's more than just this baby. It's more than just, it take two to make a baby. You see, that's normally the line they hit us with. But see, they forget by them, and I hope my young ladies is watching, and I hope y'all was paying attention to the intro with love. Young ladies, you have to be responsible for your own coochie, yo. You know what I mean? You don't get to just blame the man talking about it take two to have a baby. Because aside from that bullshit, there's this. There's HIV. All right? And you can CRY all you want. Once you get it, that's your problem. You stuck with it. Just like y'all be stuck with the baby. You gotta unhook. You gotta relearn that unnormal shit that been programmed in your head, bro. Your coochie belong to you. You gotta be responsible for that. You gotta protect that thing. You got to put the condom on. You got to make sure you can't enjoy the raw D. All right? Come on, it's about self-care, self-love. Let's get it, y'all.
I know a lot of people want to know the tea on how I got HIV.
We do.
However, I think that the better question is why I got HIV. And that's what I want to talk about today. Actually, let me set my timer. I know, or I've noticed that a lot of people come on here, not necessarily just YouTube, but social media in general, and they just like trauma dump on people. And for a while, that's kind of why I stayed quiet, because I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to trauma dump on you guys and not give you the full tea, which is.
Let me unprogram that. Let me uncomplicate that, right? she saw people doing it, right? And she knew it was embarrassing and it was stupid and it really made no sense. But she also saw those people getting attention, right? So she said, I'm going to just do it. That's what she did.
Is my part, my doing in allowing this to happen, taking responsibility for my actions that brought me to this place. And I'm not speaking for everyone. I'm not speaking for the other people that he infected. I'm only speaking for myself and my perspective on things and how I basically turned tragedy into victory, how I turned tragedy into...
Can I have a moment of silence, yo? Sis, you ain't turned tragedy into victory. You can't turn tragedy into nothing at this point, bro. You can cope with it and you can deal with it. And you can tell yourself whatever you need to tell yourself to feel okay with the fact that you made a poor choice and a poor decision and then got yourself AIDS, sis.
Now, why does she think it's a victory? Where does the victory come in at? That she's still alive? I mean, what is it, bro? Is it she felt like I don't I mean, first of all, she has a husband or a man and she has a child. Now, I mean, going into this relationship, did he know she was HIV positive? Because she don't really speak about her current relationship, right?
We gonna see. I mean, I haven't seen part 2 yet. I know this part. She touched on it a little bit,
Yeah,
but
I just know on part 1 she brought a baby into the frame, but she spoke a little bit about her current man. You know what I'm saying? So I guess these are the victories.
I don't know. Maybe she found the sim sucker. Yeah, obviously she found the sim sucker that'll take her with the monster.
Or the right medication. Who knows? We
into power, into my power. So basically, to start off, one of the main reasons that I got HIV, that I acquired HIV, I feel like it's 2 reasons. But the first one that I'm going to talk about is probably something that is kind of obvious, but lack of self-love. Lack of self-love is the root of so many of our problems and basically the reason why I was diagnosed with HIV. Prior to meeting the person that infected me, I was on a journey, and I had been on this journey since I was probably 6 years old. And that was to find meaning in my life. I come from a lot of trauma, from complex.
Beating my shit in. I asked you why I feel like that. You said feel like what? I tell you meat to meat. You said you took the rubber off. So I'm throwing it back even harder. You tell me you got the nut, so I'm throwing it back even harder. You got the one hand on the neck, one thumb in ass, hitting my shit, beating it the fuck in. Now you nut. You leave the money on the dresser for it, plan B. 2 days later, you calling my phone asking me, did I take what? I left the money on the dresser for the plan what?
That was to find meaning in my life. I come from a lot of trauma, from complex trauma. I won't necessarily get into it in detail here, but I come from abandonment issues, from mommy and daddy issues, and from sexual assault, childhood sexual assault trauma. And that rolled and got larger and larger, like a snowball effect, but of trauma as I grew up, because I never spoke about it. I never addressed it. I never gave it the time and the love that it needed. So it just grew and grew, my resentment and anger and pain essentially grew and grew and grew until multiple things happened. I promise you that the reason why I'm still breathing and here today is because God has a plan for me. I could have been dead by now on multiple occasions. I was basically, my actions, like, I didn't grab an object and actually self-harm myself. Although I did when I was in 8th grade, but I never did it again. And but my actions, I was slowly but surely trying to end my existence as I knew it, my physical existence as I knew it, by the decisions I was making. And that brings me to the second reason why I got HIV. And that is because of the decisions I was making. Due to that lack of self-love, it equated to lack of self-worth. So I didn't think I was worthy of anything.
Man, these decisions are vague as a motherfucker. I mean, she ain't really saying nothing but decisions and you know, past traumas and shit like that. But like when she's focusing on the person that gave her this disease, why isn't she giving the same attention to the person that was sexually assaulting her since 6 years old?
Right. I think it's important to touch on everything. If you're gonna speak and you're gonna be transparent as you're trying to be, then you got to touch on these things, man. These things are important because this is where we're gonna learn. This, I mean, when you speak your past, you speak your experience, which all parents, all mothers should be doing. You know what I mean? That's where we get to learn. But if you're going to brush over what it is, what decision it is that you actually made, we not going to learn the decision. So that's what she's doing. She being vague, but she's also sympathy grabbing. And I mean, we on her.
Or
Did receive
speaking on the actions.
Right.
Like what was you doing?
Right. All right. So we know that you were the leaders. You was on a vigilante mission. But what did you do? How did you get there? What, like, you know what I mean? Like, why speak on it if you're not gonna be direct, man?
Exactly.
there was a bare minimum standard that I had. It never really went down like beneath that bare minimum, but the bare minimum was literally in hell. So I didn't find myself worthy of having good choices, of making good choices, even where there was a good choice in front of me, even when there was an opportunity in front of me, I would squander it. I would self-sabotage.
I told y'all a while back. I think I might have told y'all in the original video. The prettier the female, the more options they have. And when you give a child more options, they end up picking nothing or they make a bad decision. I'm going to play that back. That was key right there, yo.
I knew it by the decisions I was making. And that brings me to the second reason why I got HIV. And that is because of the decisions I was making. Due to that lack of self-love, it equated to lack of self-worth. So I didn't think I was worthy of anything good. And if I did receive, there was a bare minimum standard that I had. It never really went down like beneath that bare minimum, but the bare minimum was literally in hell. So I didn't find myself worthy of having good choices, of making good choices, even where there was a good choice in front of me, even when there was an opportunity in front of me, I would squander it. I would self-sabotage. I would think that it's too hard or not meant for me, or just found, and granted, my life was not a walk in the park. Things were hard, but the fact of the matter is that I had a choice to choose something else, maybe go with the harder option. But irregardless, we're here now. We're here today. And that's what I can say.
When she say maybe go with the harder option, guys, she's just talking about building with an average dude, building with somebody that's her equal and her match. But you know, these women, they rather go with the easy route, which is dealing with somebody that's already taken and somebody that already won the race. Remember, guys, I don't know how many of you guys watch my community tab, but you remember that meme that I put with it, where it had the two buttons and you had the sister, she was sweating, she didn't know which button to press. That's what she talking about, guys.
And and another thing, guys, these two key words, choice and decisions. Now put this on the top of your list and remember this. Remember those two words for the duration of this video.
Decisions led me to this place, because in this place is where I discovered the highest level of self-love. I have never, until now I am walking in that, but never in my life had I loved myself like I loved myself when I was going through that situation, when I was going through that experience, when I was going through that rebirth and the death that came prior to that. I never loved myself more. And it was something that I had to also, I will say, I also had to amend and forgive myself for needing something horrible to happen in order to love myself, because that's a relationship that no longer serves me. In my life, it only gets better as it gets better. It gets better and better and better and better. So that's my experience now. But I was longing for something to define me. Here we go. No, but really, I was, I guess, looking for something to define me, something to give me purpose, someone to give meaning to my life. That is why it happened. And I want you to know. Hi. Hi. Hi.
Now, how old you think that baby looked right there? How old you think that baby looked, about?
I want to say around 3-ish, no more than 4.
All right, let's remember that, yo, because we need to find out who's the baby daddy. And did you have a baby while? Do that baby got it? No, I'm not
I mean,
funny.
yeah. I mean, you know, there's no timelines. There's no. I mean, you know, there's no direct type of conversation that is coming out of her. Everything is vague. You know, with these choices and decisions and lack of love, lack of self-love and all this type of shit. Now, when you attract something like HIV, you have to do something deliberately. You know what I'm saying? Deliberately and accidental. Now, that is an action.
Mhm.
Now, what were you doing from 6 up until now? What was your lifestyle? How was how you know, how were you conducting yourself? Were you promiscuous? Were you in the lifestyle of prostitution since you was in the streets? You know what I'm saying? So the thing is about when people talk about, you know, being a victim of something. Now I'm gonna tell you something, like say me and you went to the park.
Right.
And we seen some niggas playing basketball. They playing rough as a motherfucker, right?
Right.
Real physical. Now, if we decided to get in this game and come away with some scratches on our arms, some bumps and bruises, are we gonna say, damn, you know, are we gonna blame the fact that they was physical when we already knew that that game was physical before we entered it?
Right.
So now, if she's coming out with a video and she's I don't know, it's a tutorial or a warning or a guide to not follow in her footsteps, wouldn't she talk about what she was involved in?
Right.
to tell
Right.
people what to avoid instead of just talking vaguely about choices and decisions?
Cause she know we know. She was out there sucking wild dick, bro. I'm telling you, that's what
I
she
mean,
said. She said she wasn't, remember, she said she was the leadish. You know what I mean? The
right.
S word.
So she's telling this to adults. So now this little youngster is in her lap right now. How the fuck is she gonna tell this kid the real and tell him what to avoid out here in the streets if she's not coming with the humility of telling what her mistakes were?
Facts. 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 She looked like she was chasing niggas, bro. She looked like a professional nigga chaser, bro. I'm looking at her in her eyes right now. She looked like she chased down niggas. You know what I mean? Out
Well, I
here.
mean, not only that, but I mean, if she in the streets, niggas was chasing her down. I mean, she ain't a bad looking woman.
Yeah, she chased down this age, yo. Nobody gave her this age. She asked for this. She chased down the bad boy instead of fucking settling for the dude she matched with. She
Well,
chased down the popular nigga like most of these women
well, she
do,
might have
bro.
been looking for something else and just got what she got. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Don't nobody deliberately end up with any kind of disease. I mean, it comes along with the territory.
Yeah, you do. If you deliberately have an unprotected sex, if you deliberately have an unprotected sex, trying to trap niggas to make your baby, to have a baby with you, God gonna bless you with some AIDS or some STD. He can give you one of them itchy ass shits, cause your intentions is foul. And it's a lot of people running around here. And like I tell you, 80% is beta males and 80% is modern women. So this is the game they play. This is why it's important for us to love on ourselves and just let them kill each other, bro. Stay out of it. Let them kill each other, bro. Because they're all raised by the same person. That one single hell of a mother. Hell of a mother. She love you, though.
I want you to know that if you're going through something, know that everything in life, this is what I believed. This is what I had to believe. I had no choice. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. Otherwise, this beautiful baby girl, this beautiful human here before you wouldn't be here. Otherwise, I wouldn't have these flowers that was just gifted to me today by the love of my life, okay? I wouldn't have these things if I didn't force myself to believe.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. That was a wedding ring she just flashed right there?
I guess.
So you supposed to be loved and fulfilled. Why you tripping, sis? Why you making two videos of shit that, you know what I mean? When you got love, you found love. Like, what's wrong?
Believe that everything happens for me and not to me, that I am not a victim of my circumstances, but I am responsible for my decisions that brought me my circumstances, okay? Your life is not over. It's not over. Everything in life is an opportunity to find love in yourself, in ourselves, to choose better.
See, and this be the shit that these women be going online telling these young little ladies, bro, lying to these young girls, bro. They be sabotaging these young girls with this bullshit. And they be sounding like Lil Maya Angelou's too. And we know she bullshit. But they get up there they get up there and they sound so poetic and so sympathetic and be bullshit. It be a bunch of bullshit. Like, yo, who taught you that dumb shit, yo? That is wrong. All wrong, yo.
Yeah, because see, the thing is, man, I think it would be more important to share information on how to avoid HIV instead of talking about there's love after HIV. And it seems like a commercial for those people that make bad choices that, you know, you still got hope and you still could find love. And there's still a sucker out here that'll marry you or still have sex with you, even though you got HIV.
And God's still gonna strike you the fuck down. Cause he gave it to you because he wanted you to have it. Cause you know what you did. You know what you're doing. So keep playing.
Muestra, haz así, con la mano, así. She's just running little flowers. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and let you. Sí, está caliente. I just wanted to let everyone know that things can be hard. Things can be hard. I don't regret that moment in my life. I really don't. For what reason? It's going to serve me no good. I thank that moment in my life, and I honor and I forgive myself for not taking care of the little person inside of me at that time. But I've made peace with that. I've made peace with that. And it definitely has been a process. It has been a process. There were many ups and downs before I got to this place. But ultimately, you decide how long that takes. You decide when you decide to cut ties with your past. And not to say that your past doesn't impact who you are. I am a culmination of all of the past decisions that I have made. That is who I am here before you today. But now I have another choice, another decision to make. And that is, how will I define myself moving forward? How will I define my life and my experiences here on out? Am I going to continue to be a victim? Am I going to continue to feel sorry for myself? Which I did deeply. I did deeply. And honestly, deep down inside, if I really think about it and I focus on it, I mean, I still feel bad for that person who I was. But I'm not her anymore. I am me. I am me now. I am a mother. I am a wife. I am a business owner. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a life coach.
A life coach. Man, hey, this, you know what this sound like, bro? This sound like a Black Lives Matter speech, like a Black Lives Matter therapist or something. Just saying vague ass words that don't mean shit, and just, you know what I'm saying, just talking with
Yeah, blanket
a
statements
bunch of
like a
bullshit,
motherfucker.
man. Just, a word salad
Babble.
with no dressing.
This modern woman babble right here, bro.
What's
Wow.
wrong with y'all niggas? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, black women? What's wrong with you voting for Barack Obama? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
I'm so much more than the things that have happened to me. And I want to come here tonight to tell you the same thing. You are much more than the things that have happened to you. And you are a light in this world. You are the salt of this earth. You give life flavor and meaning and purpose. And your purpose is still not done. The reason for your existence is still not done because you still have breath in your life. That is how you know. There's still so much more for you and for me. And that's it. That's all I have to say. That is why I got HIV. To
Really?
discover and explore.
Man, yo, what the fuck? I didn't get nothing from that. I didn't get nothing from that, bro. I didn't get how you got it, man. How did you get it, man?
I don't know, man. By a bunch of vague ass decisions, I guess, man. I don't know.
All right, well, let's see. Let's see if she rebound. Maybe she watched that enough and decided, let me do a part 2 so I could give him more detail and shit. Cause you know what I mean? And this is recent, guys. You see she got the Halloween shirt on. Halloween just passed. So let's get it, man.
Hi, everyone. I'd like to start this video in prayer. If you could please bow your heads. I'm kidding. Heavenly Father,
Oh no, the fuck you won't. Not on my live. You ain't finna do that. You ain't.
Ah,
Your God ain't my God, man. Your God is not my God, man. So we not gonna do that. Hold on. While you bow your head, we gonna bow our head the right way.
Remember you in prayer. Anyone else have a word from the Lord, a testimony of God's goodness? Come home drunk from school, laying up with men, out there prostituting, having oral sex with my mouth, licking me in balls.
All right, there you go. And I told y'all, Thanksgiving coming up, y'all. Don't y'all let these demons pray over your food. I don't give a fuck who praying. You say your own blessing. You bless your own food, bro. These people don't be serving the same God we serve, bro. They be serving Scott Zaddy. You know what I mean? Don't play with that shit.
God, angels of the highest truth and compassion, I come before you today and I ask you that you speak through me, that the words that come out of my mouth are filled with love and compassion, and mercy and understanding. I pray that the words that come out of my mouth are your words and not mine. I pray that the message that I'm trying to deliver, the message that's in my heart, is received and relayed in a way that shows what is truly in my heart. Thank you.
Oh man, yo, she live by the 4 train, bro. She probably on Jerome. She probably by Jerome Ave, bro. I hear the train in the background. I should have knew she was a New Yorker, bro. From the last video when I heard the cop car pass in the last video. God damn. You know how I be doing my lives and you always hear some weird shit pass by.
yeah.
Damn, man. We definitely gonna have to eat this L. But all my niggas in the Bronx, yo, y'all make sure y'all be careful. Y'all wrap up, strap up, drink responsibly, because this ain't a Harlem chick. This is a Bronx. This is a mamacita, senorita. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. Passport bros, beware. 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 Be on your toes. 'Cause
Shit.
this ain't a black woman right here. You know what I mean? This one of the women that y'all would say she traditional. Because, you know, anything that's not black is traditional to y'all niggas nowadays and shit. But be
Yeah, the shit
careful.
they need to worry about is what they going to fly to.
This shit is crazy.
The ones that got
This is,
their legs open up to motherfucking visitors
this shit
and
crazy.
tourists and shit.
I wonder if she got caught up in that. I wonder if she got caught up in that. Yo.
In advance. Amen. And I pray, hold on. And I pray that you open up the hearts of my viewers. I pray that you open up the hearts of the people that are watching this video, that you may minister to the hearts that need it, that need forgiveness, that need a little bit of your love. Amen. I felt strongly compelled last week to speak about King Face, to speak about how I feel about him. I still get so nervous. I'm so nervous right now. Okay. If you're wondering why I'm so nervous to speak about this person, if you don't know who King Face is and was a person that had a lot of controversial views and lived a very controversial life. It was a public figure, spent a lot of time trying to change the minds and hearts of people. And on top of that, you know, he gave me HIV.
Yo.
Bro,
Yo.
wait. In the first video, didn't she say she was gonna keep that shit anonymous?
Yes. Yes. She said that. She said because she's healed, she have forgave and this and that. And I
Yeah,
want
like
y'all.
she took accountability for her decisions and her choices and all this type of shit.
Right. Now what does this serve you, ma'am? You still have HIV. You still walking around here with it, and he dead. He got family members, he got other people that might not want to hear you come up here and name drop him like that. Act allegedly. You know what I mean? Now, which one of the people in your comment sections gassed you and convinced you to do this? How much did they pay you to do this? How much are they paying you to be stupid, yo? Honestly, sis.
How much are they paying you to be stupid? You mean you're doing this shit for free?
because that's what it seemed like to me. It seemed like they were so compelled that looking at you, because you know we got a lot of simps in these spaces. So even though you got the monster, there's still a lot of men that will stick their whole dick in you, yo, and that's sad. Those are the niggas we trying to kill. We trying to knock them off ASAP. 80% of them motherfuckers, yo. Definitely not a good bread.
And
But
I hope I hope your husband is keeping you occupied,
yo, shit,
and hopefully he ain't stepping outside your marriage.
this shit's sad right here because why would you do that, man? Why would you do that? Like, what purpose does that serve in being accountable? You said you wanted to take accountability. Now you gonna paint. Now you want to be the victim. Now you want to paint him out as the antagonist while you play the superhero. Who told you that? Somebody convinced her to do this in her last video. I guarantee you that somebody was in her comments like, "Who did it? Who gave it to you? You should do a video on who gave it to you." And she just felt so compelled, yo, because she gaining subs by the day, y'all. She gaining subs by the day.
Cut off speaking about him. Is this a sign? I met Kingface. I met Angel March 12th of 2019. I was like in a really bad place. I was like super drunk. I was blacked out. And if you saw the videos from before, like something went down, I got punched in the face, and he basically like saved me. You know, he picked me up from the ground. He was like,
all right, so now you about to tell us you labeled the videos wrong, yo. Now you finna tell us how you got it. You know what I mean? The last video was titled wrong. So why did you title this one How I Feel About Kingface? Hey, that shit crazy, yo. Hey, Kingface, this is what you get, nigga, because you Captain Saver. I told you about saving these hoes.
It looks good, but you gotta let her go. You can't save her, you know. You see a bitch drowning, you try to save her, she's gonna fucking pull you down, and you're gonna fucking drown. Let that bitch go. Get the fuck out of here.
On life.
And bro, why do we got to hear the end of the story first? Like, just somebody just punched you out the motherfucking blue. You just got drunk. Goddamn, can you tell the story like you were at a party or you was at a bar, or you know what I'm saying, and some shit transpired, you made somebody mad so they socked you? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because the way she's describing this shit, like she has no wrongdoing. And none of this shit, just an innocent mistake, an innocent decision, and then all this bad stuff happened to me. Nah, man, you gotta tell the story right.
That's a fact, though. I feel you on that. Since she didn't confuse me, let me go back a little bit.
Was a person that had a lot of controversial views and lived a very controversial life. It was a public figure, spent a lot of time trying to change the minds and hearts of people. And on top of that, you know, he gave me HIV. I've cut off speaking about him. Is this a sign? I met Kingface. I met Angel March 12th of 2019. I was like in a really bad place. I was like super drunk. I was blacked out. And if you saw the videos from before, like something went down, I got punched in the face, and he basically like saved me. You know, he picked me up from the ground. He was like, "What do you need? Where can I take you? Where you need to go?" Like, he was really trying his best to make sure that I was safe. His friends or like his coworkers, because he was filming for his podcast or a podcast, I'm not sure. They were telling him, advising him to leave me like in the side of the road. And he didn't. Almost instantly, I felt like so much gratitude and so much appreciation for this person, even though things got a little, like, it started off bad, really bad, like from the beginning. So it was really shady stuff from the very beginning. And I don't really want to get into those details.
Hold on, wait. She talking about shady shit on his side or her side? Because the shady shit sounds like, first of all, bitch, how'd you end up on the side of the motherfucking road with an eye jammy? And if the nigga was giving you options on to come with him or not, that means you didn't have nowhere to go. That means you was out there by yourself. Or some nigga must have kicked you out the car or something. Some nigga must have kicked you to the curb because you was a foul ass bitch acting out of pocket.
Exactly. And two-piece yo, this sound like Brick Lady. This sound like the brick face lady story right here.
Man.
Just out of nowhere, somebody just beat you up, and then this nigga come rescue you, and then all of a sudden he's shady. The nigga that rescued you is shady. What did you steal from this nigga, yo? And then he
Yeah.
forgave
I
you
mean,
back.
ain't no backstory to none of this violence or nothing. I mean, this shit is crazy.
Yo, she ain't do nothing. She ain't do nothing, yo. She just woe is me the whole story. Let's proceed.
In this video, but I just want to share with you my sentiments regarding him and everything that happened to me. I know that due to my heart and due to how I guarded it and protected it from hate is how I'm able to live and thrive and love again today, because I don't hate him, and I never did, and I don't think that I ever will. Throughout the course of our relationship, one would say that he was a narcissist, and I can't disagree with. I needed therapy because of that, not just because of the HIV, not even really because of the HIV. I wasn't.
Nah, I done told y'all before. When a person call another person a narcissist, they're telling on themselves. They are telling us that they're just stupid. Because a narcissist can't operate on nothing else but somebody's stupid. So she just told a little bit on her.
And
Sure of the ground that I
bro,
was.
Yep.
from what I gather, bitch, how do you know it was him? You don't speak of no other sexual encounters you had before him. You might have been the one to kill the nigga, bitch.
On the low. On the low.
The nigga saved you and ended up getting HIV.
Right. He
Ain't
saved
that a
you and then
bitch?
gave you HIV, right? He
His crew
saved
was
you
probably
and
right. Leave that bitch on the side of the curb, man. Let's go on, man. We got business to take care of. But you know, being the simp nigga that he you know what I'm saying, was at the time, bam.
damn.
Standing on was actually real or not due to the interactions that we had. However, I chose to love him. And I feel like as the words come out of my mouth, I feel like I'm sounding like him, because he told me many times, he's like, listen, no one's forcing you to be here. You could walk out that door. And of course he knew that that was like a power ploy, right? The reason why I loved him, I accepted him for who he was, even though there was so much that I knew he wasn't telling me. There were so many lies. What I do know for a fact is that I love who I became while I was with him. And I think that's.
Yeah, I think it's only right. Hold on, we're gonna come back to her, but the man, he not here right now. He can't speak for himself. So let me just give y'all a little bit of his aura. Let me just play a video of him. You know what I mean? So you know who she's speaking of, guys. And you get a little bit of his aura, little 2-minute video of him. This is who she talking about.
King Face. King Face unfortunately passed away today at the young age of 38. His death was confirmed on social media by his friends. And while we are awaiting the official cause of death from the coroner, we cannot forget about the many women who have come forward claiming that they caught HIV from King Face. So if you are a woman who had sex with King Face, you need to go get tested. And if it turns out that you have HIV, you need to take your medication regularly so that you can become undetectable and unable to transmit the virus to other individuals. If you are a man who had sexual contact with one of King Face's women, you also need to make sure that you go get tested and take your medication regularly if it turns out that you're HIV positive, so that you can become undetectable and unable to transmit the virus to other women. This whole situation is sad. HIV does not have to be a death sentence in 2020. I wish that King Face sought medical attention the moment he found out that he was HIV positive. He could have lived a long, full life. God bless King Face, and God bless the women who allegedly were infected with HIV. Let's hope that they get help and treatment, and let's hope that they become undetectable so that they are unable to transmit the virus. And let's hope everybody who has HIV becomes undetectable so that they are unable to pass HIV along. And then in 20 years, we can have a situation where we have no new infections. And eventually we can get to a point where we eradicate HIV from the United States completely. So God bless King Face. May he rest in peace.
Now that's a message.
That's a message.
If the bitch was gonna come out and try to be helpful, and she wasn't a narcissist herself and just talking about herself and her victories and shit, she could have delivered that message right there, man.
That's a fact right there, yo. That's a whole fact right there. Fellas, y'all don't make me kick y'all ass, bro. Goodbreads. Y'all know y'all Goodbreads because we have dick discipline, bro. We don't give a fuck, bro. You know what I mean? We cherish ourselves. We put ourselves first. Don't get caught out there, Goodbreads. You know what I mean? Don't get caught out there. Y'all know that. Let's stop playing, bro. Let's stop playing. Let's protect ourselves. These bitches running around here with it. They don't know they got it. You know what I mean? They don't go to the doctor like they used to. So, you know what I mean? Come on, bro. Come on, bros. Damn, yo, that shit crazy right there. Got me wanting to regroup. But I'm trying to find something with King Face speaking. Him actually speaking. All right, I think I got something. Before we get back to Shorty.
Okay, now I want you to have this conversation with everybody, right?
He's a racist, stinking motherfucker.
Cool. Now tell me what makes him racist.
The fact that he called for the public execution of the 5 Central Park motherfuckers even before they went to trial.
So you're saying that he's racist for being upset about these people that admitted to beating that woman. Listen. Go ahead. They admitted to it. So anybody, let me give you an example. Let's say if...
Because you about to piss me off.
No. That's what they want. They want you to be emotional. So I don't want you to be emotional. Because I want people to see we have a healthy conversation. Right? Now, let's say your daughter gets raped. Right? Let's say your daughter gets raped.
I'm looking to kill a motherfucker.
No, just hold on. I'm going to let you get all that out. Let's say, right? Let's say your daughter gets raped, right? Now, I happen to be in the area because I was wilding. I was robbing people, harassing people. Just listen, hear me out.
Right.
I happen to be in the area. Now, your daughter gets raped. She gets beat to the point where she can't taste flavor anymore.
Right.
She can't taste nothing anymore, right? She's beat so bad that she can't even remember what happened.
She can't even function.
Right?
Right.
And police arrest me for being in the area. And I admit to doing that to your daughter. Right? How would you feel? How would you feel? Answer the question. How would you feel?
I would feel fucked up.
And how would you feel? What did you say right before, just now? Right before I let you finish, what you were saying?
I would feel fucked up.
No, you said you want to kill a motherfucker.
Right.
Is that what you said?
Right.
Time out.
You know goddamn well police beat the motherfucking confession.
Time out. First of all, what you're saying is not racist. Me wanting somebody that raped a woman. Listen to me.
So you call for the death penalty?
Yeah, I want them to die. I want rapists to die. I want them dead. Those are weak men.
Even though they didn't do it.
Yo, if you admit to raping somebody, whether you did it or not, you should have never admitted to it. And the fact that you did is okay for me to feel like that. Now,
no.
Now you can say Trump is insensitive. Listen,
it's a difference between
you can say
me and them.
Listen, you can say Trump is insensitive for not apologizing after finding out that they didn't rape. But at that moment, he had all right to feel like that. Just like you feel the same way.
So you take out.
So let me ask a question.
So you take out ass.
So are you saying now when he said he wanted death for those men, did he say black men? Did he put a color behind it?
He didn't have to.
Why? How can you say something's racist without knowing? You read minds?
He knew the motherfuckers was black.
What number is in my head right now? What number am I saying? No, come. What number is in my head right now? Tell me. You said you can read minds.
Brother, please.
How do you know he's racist? Because what you said has not the definition of racist. Not at all. How many times you got mad at people for shit they did? Is it because of the color of their skin or because of what they did?
Because of what they did.
All right, well, he did it because of what they did. He didn't mention
no.
So how do you know? How do you know? Where's the proof?
Because the same way, check it out. The same way he said that shit about my man in Baltimore.
What he said about your man in Baltimore?
About the motherfucking neighborhood.
Oh, you talking about Cummings?
Right.
So it's not rat infested?
No.
It is rat infested. He said it himself.
The whole motherfucking
he
country.
The
whole country.
Did you know Cummings said that shit himself? He been there. He been running that state. The Democrats been running that state for 30 years.
His son-in-law.
He said it himself.
His son-in-law owns 30, 40 motherfucking buildings.
Yeah. See, this is, hey man. See, now he having a conversation that would have frustrated the shit out of me, right? Because when you having nigga conversations like this, and this nigga coming at him with this nigga logic, and not realizing that he just contradicted himself by saying what he was saying. He don't realize. I mean, I wish he could go back and see this video, but that's the mindset of a lot of niggas, though.
That's a fact.
You just missing shit left and right. Sad. You know what I'm saying? You only know what you've been taught and what you've been indoctrinated into. You know what I'm saying? But
he was a very intelligent brother. As y'all can see, he was a very intelligent brother. So it ain't got nothing to do with how smart you is, guys. You got to activate that smart shit. You got to activate that knowledge, bro. You know what I mean? Because that sexual lust and that desire will throw it all, bro. It'll ruin everything. It don't matter how smart you is. But that's who she was talking about, guys. So I gave you a little flavor on who she's talking about.
Was what made me fall deeper in love, because I was falling deeper in love with myself. He wasn't a very loving person. It was more pain than there was love. The love that I desired, I had to give it to me myself. I had to get myself my flowers. I had to take myself out on dates. I had to really love on myself and remind myself of how beautiful I was. And it was just such a beautiful experience that I was having with myself. Not to
young ladies, if y'all still watching, do that now. Don't wait till you get full-blown AIDS to have to get in that relationship with yourself that I'll be talking about over here. Fellas, don't be shy. Don't be scared to be alone by yourself. It's okay.
To mention that my body was dying for more than half of our relationship without me knowing, and he knew what was happening to me. He took care of me. Anyway, as I was dying, as I was going through this process, as I was living with HIV without knowing it, I was experiencing such a supernatural love for myself that I never knew could be possible. And that's the only way that I can explain it. One of the affirmations that I tell myself often, I do not need to be in a painful relationship in order to grow. I'm making this video because I feel I loved him very purely. Even when I found out that I had HIV, I never went to him and said, you gave me HIV, like, what's wrong with you? Like, there was never that kind of conversation. It was like,
so why are you doing it now?
You need to get on meds too. In fact, like, our biggest argument.
Yo, when did she have that baby, yo? Yo, fuck all that.
Exactly. Who is the daddy?
Who is the daddy of that baby, yo?
Because now she brought you a timeline of 2019.
Exactly.
You're pregnant for 9 months, and the baby looked about 3.
Right.
So that's damn near 4 years right there.
What did you do? Who did you do?
It had to been him. I mean, shit.
It's where me trying to get him to go to the doctor, me trying to get him to get some blood work done, something that he would never do. Because of the love that I have for him, is that I feel like I can speak on this because I think that this is what he would have wanted. I think that he would have wanted to be remembered forever. I can only imagine what he went through in order to intentionally give women HIV. I can only imagine the pain and the hatred in his heart. No one deserves that. Not even him. I'm not defending him.
Talking about mixed messages right there, boy. Talking about mixed messages and mixed signals. She doing this for content, BZ. It's no
Yeah.
feeling behind this. She's doing this for content. She's seen how well that first video did. So now she had to spice it up and throw a name out there. But you running out of shit to say now. It shouldn't be no part 3 now, sis. You done fucked up now. You could have dragged this all the way out, sis.
I mean, the next answer she need to give is who's the baby daddy?
Right.
And the thing is, if you were having unprotected sex with him, you was probably having unprotected sex with niggas before him, and obviously niggas after him. Because if he's not the father of the child, then you was barebacking somebody after knowing you had HIV.
I'm seeing him with compassion and humanity. If he were still alive, I would do what I needed to do. I did try to do what I needed to do, and it was to no avail. Me and another one of his victims attempted to go as far as to the FBI. It didn't work. Now that here's where we are, now that it seems as if he is dead, and the reason why I say it seems as if it's because I'm not 100% sure that he's dead. I think that he would have wanted to be remembered, and I want my story to be told. This is not meant to cause pain to anyone else that he infected. This is basically to say that I'm not his victim. I am victim to what he did, but I'm victim to my actions as well. And I do believe in the law of attraction. And I attracted him into my world, and he attracted me into his. Knowing who I am, knowing what I'm capable of, knowing what he was capable of.
What?
I hope that maybe this video
The
can
fuck
help
does that
him in
mean?
his next
Yo,
lifetime.
what? Now, if that don't sound like I stalk niggas, I told y'all what they be doing out here. These Spanish mamacitas, what they do out here in New York. They very territorial, and they are trained
Hey,
and
bro,
bred
for
to
some
stalk
reason the
niggas.
volume went down.
They stalk niggas, bro. They trained to stalk niggas, bro. Out here in New York. These mamacitas stalk niggas, bro.
To be able to forgive the people that he needs to forgive, people that were supposed to take care of him and didn't, the people that failed him, the community that failed him. That's how I feel about King Face. I don't hate him. Now I feel like I don't really even love him. I feel like I feel nothing because there's nothing to be felt. But I do realize I learned a lot from him. So that's something that I just can't regret that part of my life because of that part, because of him, because of his actions, and because of mine. I'm here where I am today. Whereas if I would have never met him, I'm not even sure I would be alive today. That's why it's so different for me. I know there's some people that were nurses and people that had careers and a future, and they still do. They still do. I felt like I was dying with or without him. Getting this diagnosis is kind of what saved my life and put me right back on track to where I needed to be. I don't think that the world needs any more hate. I can't preach that. It's not in me, and it's not in me for him. If it was, then I would say it, but it's not. I thank him, and I feel
Hey,
bad
hey,
for
bro, can
him
you? Hey,
because
hey, can you go back a little bit? Did
Yes.
did you just hear? She said his diagnosis helped save her. So that means he didn't know he had it until he got diagnosed. So he didn't knowingly give you this, if that's what you're saying.
and I want my story to be told. This is not meant to cause pain to anyone else that he infected. This is basically to say that I'm not
Anyway, you
his
can turn it up a little
victim.
bit, bro.
I am victim to what he did, but I'm victim to my actions as well. And I do believe in the law of attraction. And I attracted him into my world, and he attracted me into his. Knowing who I am, knowing what I'm capable of, knowing what he was capable of. I hope that maybe this video can help him in his next lifetime to be able to forgive the people that he needs to forgive, people that were supposed to take care of him and didn't, the people that failed him, the community that failed him. That's how I feel about King Face. I don't hate him. Now I feel like I don't really even love him. I feel like I feel nothing because there's nothing to be felt. But I do realize that I learned a lot from him. So that's something that I just can't regret that part of my life because of that because of him, because of his actions, and because of mine. I'm here where I am today. Whereas if I would have never met him, I'm not even sure I would be alive today. That's why it's so different for me. I know there's some people that were nurses and people that had careers and a future, and they still do. They still do. I felt like I was dying with or without him. Getting this diagnosis is kind of what saved my life and put me right back on track to where I needed to be. I don't think that the world needs any more hate.
See
I
there?
can't preach that. It's not in me, and it's not in me for him. If it was, then I would say it, but it's not. I thank him, and I feel bad for him because he was truly amazing, truly a genius, definitely very admirable, work ethic, incredible. And he believed in his dreams and he believed in his people. A lot of people can see that he hated women. Maybe he did. He believed there was no glass ceiling for Black people. There was no glass ceiling for the underdog. He lived many lives in his lifetime, and it seemed as though he had found his way, his path, his voice. Except that the stigma of having HIV was stronger than the freedom found in treating it and living through it, you know? I think he knew that eventually his end was death, and can't say if there was peace or not at the end of it all. But when I thought about this, like when I found out that he was hospitalized, I'm glad that he was able to be loved by me. I only hope that one day I can experience the love that I gave to him. And maybe I'm experiencing it now. Maybe after I release this video, I can realize the love that's currently in my life. So if someone has hurt you and you don't know how to forgive them, just remember that you have life ahead of you. And this person, this thing that happened to you, whether you were a child, whether it was something totally different than what I've experienced, this person should not have power over your life anymore. They already did for that moment in time, but that moment in time has passed. That moment in time has gone. And now you're the one that's in power. You're the one that's living this.
All right, so we don't want to hear you do no more videos on this shit because that time has gone. It has used what you just said right there. Because this is the second video on this topic, yo. And you haven't let this shit go, sis, because you ain't really healed. You just found shit that you could say to yourself that you can cope with, but you haven't done the healing. You haven't even started the healing process, sis. You got to stop lying to yourself and you got to do the work. Let that shit go. Let that shit go. You know what I
And
mean? She coming off crazy to me, yo.
yeah, and not only that, but like you paint this man out to be like a villain, but the only thing you really said was what other people said. They said he hated women, or they said this and that. Well, bitch, aren't you a woman? Did he hate you?
Right, it's mad
You
mixed
know what I'm saying?
signals, though.
I mean that's
She
dumb
giving
shit.
she giving mad mixed signals too, bro. Like, 'cause she started off slamming him, sullying his name, only to be big up in them.
Yeah,
Like this
talking
shit
about he
was
was
a
brilliant and he was this and that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And there's something about him that attracted her, and there's obviously something about her that attracted him. But you never said nothing about the bad shit. Did the nigga ever treat you bad? Did he ever lie to you? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand what it is that. And then on top of that, it's like obviously he didn't know he had the shit if he gave it to you. And not only that, but we don't know if you had the shit before you gave it to him. You might have gave it to him because all that vague shit she was saying about her story, she never even really, she said a whole lot, but didn't say shit. She was just talking about bad decisions and bad choices. So if she been doing this ever since she was 6 years old, one of them bad choices might have been fucking the wrong nigga and getting HIV.
exactly. And in fact, the night that she got kicked out of the car or
Or whatever,
kicked out of
yeah.
somewhere and bopped in the face, and he came to save her, she probably was activated right then and there.
Man.
This life that you can make beautiful, and that is your revenge. And I wouldn't even say that's your revenge. That is your gift. That is your reward. That is what you're worthy of. You are worthy of a beautiful life in spite and despite and because of all of what you've been through. There are no mistakes in this world. If you decide to, you can choose to transform this pain into your superpower. You can transform this pain into the greatest love that has ever existed, because that is power. It would be so easy for me to hate him. It would be so logical for me to hate him, but then he wins. Not even him, what he was going through wins. His pain wins. He didn't have to choose pain. And for moments, brief moments in time, I know that he didn't. That's why he didn't talk about it. We couldn't talk about it. It was not allowed to talk about the diagnosis. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. However, it is transformed. You can transform that energy of pain into energy of love.
Yo, son, nah, bro. I don't know why. I don't know why, B. But allegedly, my spirit, my inner soul is telling me she gave this shit to this man, bro. And
I'm trying to tell
she
you.
gave this shit to this man, and that was his downfall. Just like all of the stories say in the Bible, it always be the woman bring a nigga down. She gave that shit to this nigga, and then they was gonna sit there and pretend together like nothing was nothing, but his immune system wasn't ready. You know what I mean? And
Yeah. I mean,
that's
because first of all, it ain't like the nigga created the shit. He got it from somewhere.
right.
You know what I'm saying? If that's his diagnosis, if that's his cause of death. Now, I heard when his name came up, I wasn't really familiar with this cat, but I heard that he had COVID during COVID.
Right.
So if he was HIV positive and caught COVID, then I could see the complications to his death.
Right.
Because I think they said he was in a coma too, or something like that, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really up on him, but because by the time I heard about him, he was already like supposed to be in a coma.
Right.
But he didn't just get it out of his dresser drawer. He got it from having sex with a female. So why isn't a video coming out about who gave this man HIV? Why are we worried about who gave her HIV?
Right. But she's sitting here cool with it and honoring him. She honoring him at the same time. This is more like an honoring
And trying to tarnish at the same time, and trying to back up out of it like she wasn't the culprit. Like she was the victim, more innocent, the innocent party in this. You know what I'm saying? So she could have been the innocent party into the last victim she had, you know what I'm saying? Or the last sexual encounter she had, you know what I'm saying? Just out here acting like a deer in the headlights and shit, like she don't know what's going on or whatever. But if you are a female out here with nowhere to go, and you living your life like a stray dog, and you just going to wherever that a comfortable spot, or whoever is inviting you and willing to take care of you, or whatever the case may be, you're not a victim.
Not at all. Not at all, man. You got to be responsible for your own coochie, sis.
The frequency of destruction into the frequency of creation. You can change it, just as I changed it, just as I will continue to change it. And it's not going to stop. It's never going to stop. I've been called to this life in this time to spread love. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Anyway.
You better not spread
I
nothing.
love you guys.
Yeah, you've been spreading too much,
just
baby.
thank you for being here with me. That's all.
Man, this been a good one, man. It's been a damn good one. You know what I mean? Salute to the chat. Salute to the Goodbread. Salute to the Bells. What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling, man? This was a crazy one right here. We got to strap up, bro. We can't play with it. Play with it.
Especially out here with this lifestyle, man. And most of these females is more deeper than dudes, and these dudes are with bitches. So, you know what I'm saying? The social media game, you know what I'm saying? All these females, man, they got their DMs is full of niggas with loaded dicks. You know what I'm saying? And these bitches, man, are constantly out here just like her, making bad decisions and bad choices. And ain't nobody forcing these bitches to do shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I thought I was about to hear that he was in a different lifestyle or whatever the case may be, and had you know, multiple females out here doing shit. But you know what I'm saying, it don't seem like that was the case. So you know what I'm saying? So all of her decisions was based up on her choices. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, yo. And accountability is accountability. Don't say you're gonna be accountable, but then still find somebody to blame for your decisions. That's not being accountable. Being accountable is recognizing that you play a part in the dumb shit. And the faster you fix that flaw in you, the faster you gonna get better results. And you know what I mean? Come with a better outlook on life, guys. Don't be so goddamn negative, yo. Alright? Yeah. You got anything else, Bell, you want to add? Because we about to get the fuck on out of here.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like, hit that share, man, and hit that subscribe button, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this shit over 300 today.
That's a fact, guys. Do the work, guys. You know, we really a team, guys. If you notice, we simulcasting on the Bell 503 channel, and we over here at the Brutally Honest Goodbread. So we trying to do things that YouTube say you can't do. You know, they always trying to separate people and shit. But we gonna defy the odds, y'all. So make sure y'all take y'all time. We gonna rock out a little bit, give y'all a chance to go to both channels, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and hit that like button on both streams, guys.
And share. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody got social media, man. You got people in your phones that might need to hear this message or whatever the case may be, or you know, you might want to get to some of these shorts and get a laugh in too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, shout out to the beta male police, Brian Turner. You know what I'm saying? KDH. Yeah, Zone over there in AZ. You know what I'm saying? In that good weather and shit. CeeLo Myers.
The extra small lounge.
Yeah.
We
yeah.
See ya.
And XL Pro Services, man. Check him out, man. Alabama's finest over there, man. That man is doing floors, man, making your shit, man, look like Beverly Hills, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Put a bowling alley in your living room, boy.
Yeah, Supreme 10. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Supreme 10. Always supporting the chat.
My girl Nisha, what's going on? Nisha Wisdom. Salute to you. We had a new person in the house today. Victoria, salute to you. You know what I mean? Zone.